Hey everyone, this is Samiksha Madan, welcoming you all to Channel Career File. I hope you all are safe and healthy. So as you can see, today we are going to discuss about UGC NET Paper 1 and we are going to cover the Unit 4, that is Communication, and this video is based on the latest UGC NET syllabus. So do not skip the video, watch the entire video as I'll be delivering lecture 1 on this topic, and this topic will be completed by 3 lectures maximum. So let's have a look at the syllabus. So the syllabus of Unit 4 Communication comprises of these topics, and also I'll be discussing some important MCQs and previous year questions, and in the similar fashion we'll complete each and every unit of paper 1. हम सारे units को cover करवाएंगे paper 1 के. So do subscribe our channel if you haven't and press the bell icon to never miss any update. So here are the topics which I'll be discussing today. तो आज मैं इन topics पर बात करूंगी and ये topics हैं Introduction to Communication, the characteristics of communication, process of communication and the 7 C's of effective communication. So let's start. So first and foremost, what is communication? Communication is defined as the process of passing information, ideas or emotions from one person to another person. So communication is very crucial form of human behavior. Any existing living being communicates in some or the other way. Even animals communicate in their own way. Though we are not able to understand their language, but they also do. So any living thing which is existing communicates. हम सभी जानते हैं that man is a social animal. So in order to exist and survive in this social environment, he needs to communicate with other people. So communication is very crucial for the existence of human behavior. Communication involves at least one sender, a message and a recipient. So there's one sender. The sender sends the message which is received by the recipient. So the message is transferred to the recipient and a mutual understanding is developed between these two parties. So at least these two parties must be present in order to communication to happen. तो एक sender होगा और एक recipient होगा. Recipient एक भी हो सकता है, एक से ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है. Similarly, sender एक हो सकता है, एक से ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है. It is derived from the Latin word communis, which means common opinion or generally accepted view. So the word communication is a derivative of a Latin word. And even this question can be asked in your paper. However, it is a very easy question, but it has sometimes been asked in previous years. That is, what is the meaning of the word communist? So these are basically the 4 major goals that can be achieved by communication. Now, communication can happen anywhere. It can happen at your home, at your workplace, when you meet your friends, in your classroom, on social media. It can be anywhere on any platform. Needless of that, I'm just saying that the goals of communication can be broadly classified into 4 categories. So 1, it improves recipient's level of understanding. So जो receiving end पे है, that is the one receiving the message, he develops a certain level of understanding which the sender intends to deliver. So जो भी message sender के through send होता है, the receiver receives it and it may improve his level of understanding. Like right now, I'm delivering this lecture and I'm assuming that this is going to improve your level of understanding on the topic communication. Second, it can be to elicit receiver's response. So communication may take place in order to elicit or evoke a reaction from the receiver. So for example, there is a company ABC and that company has sent you an interview letter asking you to respond about your presence, that whether you are interested to be present in this interview or not. The sender is trying to evoke a response. He wants you to take an action. Then another goal can be to create good relations. Like we all generally do, we talk with our friends, family, relatives, and thereby create good relationships. And lastly, it can be to build or to create goodwill. Example could be of a company that a company advertises or does publicity of its products in order to create goodwill in the minds of the public. So this is a form of communication where the goal is to create goodwill. Next, the characteristics of communication. I'll discuss each very quickly. So it involves at least two persons. As we all know this, that there should be at least one sender and one recipient at least for communication to happen. If there is a sender but there's no one at the receiving end, then the communication would not be making any sense, right? So any communication should at least involve two parties. Second, it involves sharing of some message or information. So some message or information or emotion or idea, anything can be shared between two parties. So there is obviously sharing of something. It can be written, oral or gestural. As I said, communication can take place in any form. I'll be discussing each and every form in detail in the next lecture. But today you just need to know that there are three ways in which communication can take place. That is written, oral and gestural. Next, it is a two-way process. Now, what is meant by two-way process? So what I mean by two-way process is that there should be some understanding at the end of the communication process. That is, both the sender and the receiver should be fully involved into the process of communication. Merely the sender sending the message to the receiver does not mean communication. Communication will be said to be completed when the receiver develops a certain level of understanding at the end and gives a proper feedback. अभी इसके बाद मैं आपको प्रोसेस बताऊंगी, तब मैं आपको इसको डिटेल में एक्सप्लेन करूंगी. So right now it is a two-way process, that is both sender and receiver are involved in the process of communication. Next, it motivates a response. So yes, communication evokes a response. I have already explained you while discussing the goals of communication. Just like अभी मैं आपसे ये lecture आपको deliver कर रही हूँ, this is a one-way communication. So how this will become a two-way process when you will also give your response, that is in terms of commenting down below this video or liking this video or sharing this video to your friends or subscribing to our channel. Any or all of this can be a type of response from your end. Okay, so this interaction will become a two-way process after that. And the last point is, it may be formal or informal and can flow upwards or downwards. So in organizational context, when we talk about communication, it can be either formal or informal, and it can flow upwards, that is from the subordinate to the superior, or it can flow downwards, that is from the superior to the subordinate. I'll explain this in very detail in the next lecture. So communication is defined as a transactional model. Why transactional? Because now you already know that there are two parties involved, that is the sender and the receiver, and they send and receive messages with each other using a particular channel. So that is why it is a transactional model, because there are two parties involved and they are exchanging messages with each other. So they are kind of transacting with each other, that is giving something and getting something in return. So now talking about the process of communication. So communication process is very simple. There is a messenger or a sender who conceives or gathers the idea and encodes this idea using a channel in order to reach to the receiver, who on receiving decodes this message in order to understand it. So let us understand more about it. So the process of communication starts with the idea generation. The sender generates the idea or gathers some information from somewhere, and then he does encoding of this idea, that is, he converts this idea into such a form that can be easily understood by the receiver. Now after encoding, the sender has to choose the channel of communication. So there can be any channel. There can be telephonic conversation. There can be conversation using some social networking site. It can be face to face or through video conferencing or emails. So there can be any channel, okay? Then there comes decoding. Decoding is done by the receiver so that he effectively understands the message. After this process happens, that is the receiver receiving and understanding the information, he needs to response back, that is give his feedback. Feedback is very important and it is inseparable part of communication. Communication will be said to be complete and effective after feedback taking place, because feedback ये confirm कर देता है sender को that the message has been duly received and understood by the receiver. Without feedback, the sender will not know that the message has been understood in the best possible manner by the receiver or not. So again, feedback can be oral, written, or it may even include some body language, that is gestural. Next, I'll talk about the 7 C's of effective communication. And before starting, let's first know who gave 7 C's of effective communication. So 7 C's was first talked about in the book Effective Public Relations. So Effective Public Relations is the book published in 1952 by the University of Wisconsin professors Scott M. Cutlip and Alan H. Center. So these were the two professors who propounded this 7 C's concept. And it was the first textbook. Which one? This Effective Public Relations. This was the first textbook in the field of public relations, and in this book they introduced the 7 C's of communication. So let's understand what are these 7 C's now. First C is clarity. So any message that is being sent by the sender should be clear enough, should be understandable enough. The words which are being used in the message should be exact and appropriate and in clear terms. And the clarity should not be only in the message, it should also be in the ideas or the thoughts of the sender. कभी कभी आप क्लियरली अपने थॉट्स को इन वर्ड्स पुट नहीं कर पाते, तो सामने वाला आपसे क्या बोलता है, अरे यार थोड़ा क्लियर बोलो, समझ में नहीं आ रहा. So clarity is that important because the other party will not understand your message unless and until it is clear. Next, it should be complete. Now by complete, it is meant that it should convey all the facts which are required. अगर मैं यहाँ पर आपको complete information ना दूँ and थोड़ा थोड़ा सारी चीजें बता करके मैं वीडियो जल्दी वाइंड अप कर दूँ, तो क्या आप लोगों की अंडरस्टैंडिंग जितनी अच्छी डेवलप होनी चाहिए उतनी हो पाएगी? नहीं हो पाएगी. The answer is no. Why? Because if I do not address all the important or key points which are necessary for you to understand what I'm trying to deliver, then the very purpose of communicating with you will lose its significance. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. So completeness should be there, and it's then only when the receiver will be able to make his decision or utilize the information in an effective manner. So next is concise. Now conciseness is the least possible use of words in communication. जितना आप अपने communication में specific, to the point and uncomplicated होगे ना, उतना best है. So concise का मतलब है कम शब्दों में अपने message को best तरीके से share करना. Next, it should be concrete. So concrete communication, it implies that, so concrete message basically implies that the message should not be spoken in a very general manner. It should be very specific and very clear. So concreteness is somewhere the combination of clarity and conciseness together with confidence. Okay, so you should put your message across with confidence, with clear thought of ideas. Okay, so that your messages are not misinterpreted. This is very important. आपके messages का misinterpretation ना हो. So you need to be concrete in your messages. Then the communication should be correct. Correct means there shouldn't be any grammatical or non-grammatical errors in communication, because it will not lead a good impression if you are doing any kind of mistake in framing your message. अगर आप कोई professional email किसी superior को भेजते हैं या किसी अपने boss को भेजते हैं, and if you mistype the email or if you do any grammatical mistake, then that will not lead a very good impression about you. So it should be correct. So correctness should be there. The next, courteous. The message should be courteous enough. That is, the sender should have some kind of respect for the receiver and should express his message or information in a very polite and judicious manner. Then consideration. So consideration is basically when you step into the shoes of the other party. So in short, if you want that there should be a mutual understanding and both the parties understand the things in a similar manner, then the sender always should step into the shoes of the receiver. That is, the audience or the receiver's background, viewpoints, mindset, educational level, everything should be considered by the sender before sending the message. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप सर्वे करने जाते हैं किसी विलेज एरिया में एंड अगर वहां पे आपको लोग ऐसे मिलते हैं जो लिटरेट या एजुकेटेड नहीं हैं, then they do not know how to write and read, and probably if you want them to fill the questionnaire, then that will not be possible. Okay, so वहां पर in that case या तो आप खुद जाएंगे और उनके responses लेंगे या आप किसी को भेजेंगे on your behalf to note down the responses, because those people will not be able to fill up the questionnaires themselves. So consideration should always be there. So I hope you have understood the 7 C's of effective communication now. So with this, I wrap up and I thank you all for bearing with me and watching this video. And also I would like to share one important information that if you want detailed notes of the topic discussed today or the topics which we'll be discussing in future, then do check our Instagram. I'll give the link down below in the description box. On that page, we daily upload brief notes, and on every Saturday and Sunday, we discuss Q&As and also we share job and admission related important updates. And most importantly, we give 24/7 assistance on that platform. That is, anytime you ping us or DM us, we'll be there to help you in the best possible manner. So whatever are your queries, your doubts, we'll be solving it. So stay connected with us on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, and do like and comment on this video